What's up, Statigo brothers? This is OuweSok, and in this video I'll be showing you a trick that I would call the reverse Marshal bluff. And of course you can name it anything what you want, but it is like a reverse bluff. Everybody knows what a bluff is, coming up with a small unknown piece representing it to be very big. And in the reverse Marshal bluff you are pretending that your Marshal is something very, very small. And when are you going to be using this bluff? This bluff is very efficient if you have just shown a very nice piece like a major or especially a kernel. Most players are just unable to ignore a known kernel, and they will be coming at it with pieces to bluff it or to capture it, or maybe they come at it with another kernel trying to capture a small piece before trading. But very few people are able to ignore a kernel, and they will be just really very quickly coming at it with unknown pieces. And let's have a look how we can counter this and how we can exploit this against almost every kind of player. So this is an early game. I think I know nothing of his pieces, and he knows that this is a lieutenant, and that's all. So let's see how this game goes. So he comes in with an unknown piece, and I guess to attack it with my kernel and capture a captain, which is good. He comes at it with a lieutenant, so I propose to trade lieutenants, which he denies in the first moment. And now I decide to come in with my Marshal, and after lieutenants are exchanged, just put it in front of my kernel as if it were a small piece. And look, my Marshal just caught a juicy kernel. This is a lot of weak or even strong players will automatically read this piece as a small piece, as a small scouting piece, so that you know what is coming at it at your kernel, and you can use it to trick him and put your Marshal here. And I got a kernel, which is a nice material advantage I've gained now. And let's have a look at another example of another game. This is a no major. This is a known captain. This is a known captain. This is an unknown piece. It happens to be a major, so I recapture with a kernel. And yeah, a kernel, very interesting. So let's speed up a little. So I place my Marshal in front of my kernel. I cannot speed up the video, I don't know why. Whatever, you'll just have to set out the entire 2 minutes 3/4. So I'm just patiently waiting here with my Marshal for him to plan his attack on this obvious weak piece protected by a kernel. Just wait for him to attack. Okay, this probably there was a smaller piece moving out of the way. This probably is big piece coming in. So we just wait. La 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 la. Okay, so I move in now with my lieutenant, pretending it to be a big piece. Of course, he isn't buying that, because if it would have been a big piece, I would have placed it here directly when he was threatening my Marshal. So he's not going to buy this piece as being a big piece. He's probably thinking it's a bluff, which is fine by me. There he comes. Sit tight. And he attacks with a lieutenant. Now I strike and hit his general. And like 10 moves later, he came in with his Marshal lottoing, hit a bomb and resigned. So that was the reverse Marshal bluff. Yeah, it's a play that is useful, very juicy, and it is really something that you can actually find in your games if you're just alert and recognize a good spot for you to use it. If you think that you can only trick very bad players with this, think again, because for example in the Gravon game that I commented between Abaddon 666 aka Overlord versus Freddy Krueger, you can see Abaddon using this play and catching some nice material with his Marshal. So it is a really tricky play. It's really hard to defend against it, and yeah, try and use it for yourself and report back if you have managed to get somebody's colonel or general for in a relatively easy way. See you in the forums, and bye bye.